Everyone welcome Tare Mutepfa.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. Woo! All right. So we're just gonna go over what the program is. I kind of mentioned it in the video, but I wanted to go ahead and introduce the whole entire program to the audience, so you guys know that these students are learning some good stuff over here. Little overview of what our program structure looks like, or the organization structure looks like. There are 4 programs that we bring. One is Reflection, which is our alternative in-school suspension. The next one is our Renaissance program, which is a program for young males, focusing on identity and affirming their identity. Solutions is our flagship program, where we are focusing on building the next wave of leaders and connecting them to so many resources the community has to offer. And Student Voice, the organization, we're really proud of our mission, which is having students be the voice of the change that we're looking for in the community. And these students are doing an amazing job. And then the last one is the Young Entrepreneurs Program, which is this program that we're celebrating today. Our mission, we're not just building money makers, we are building a group of conscious entrepreneurs who have a vision to change the world and make the future a better place. Our vision is really to empower these young students with tools and resources so they can pave their own ways and make their dreams a reality. Bring their ideas to the table and actually create money-making businesses that is also impacting our community. Over the years, the program in the video I mentioned, we started in the Solutions program, but really over the years we launched our program in 2019 with the first cohort of students. And those cohort, the Elena and Jasmine, our MCs, were our first students, and we have, I think, not in here, but those were our first 2 students. We had a whole cohort, and then we introduced the innovation tour when we took students to Silicon Valley to tour some of the Fortune 500 companies over there. And then we started the Business Accelerator, where they now actually learn the program and how to become entrepreneurs. And then we did a teen market. Every year we want to do a special event that showcases students. In 2019 we had the whole entire business building at Portland State host our event. And then 2020, we missed 2020. Everybody I'm sure knows what happened in 2020. A little bit. So we didn't have anything. And then we brought back the showcase with now this actually formal dinner and kind of more make it a little elegant. In 2020, when we hit, we were so excited because we had so much planned, so many activities planned. Starting off the year, we had the content from 2019. We brought the first cohort of students to be helping build the program. We went onto the virtual platform. We were already working on Zoom before 2020. Man, if I knew 2020 was going to be like that, we would have definitely invested in Zoom. But we did not. But we were on there. We launched a lot of our events on the platform we have on Scope Was Fresh and set it up. We'll talk a little bit about that. But all of those events were student-led. We really want to give students a platform to lead. So that's why, we brought those Elena and Jasmine up here. That's why we bring students in here to have conversations with super influential people in the community, because we want them to learn from you. We want them to gain those skills, those talking, it's really nerve-wracking, especially when you are in a room full of important people. For students to realize they are just as important as everybody is in this room, and giving them that belief that they can do anything. 2019, we were going, 2021, we were going full on. The students became mentors. Now they were teaching the program. And it's amazing to see as they came in not knowing what business is all about, and then now really the one who are mentoring the incoming students as mentors. We launched our branch structure where now students are working in the program. They are building marketing content, they are building the core development of the program. They are like full on in. The whole point of the program is really to have students be a part of the program development side of things. And really, the new students that are coming in, they're learning from other students. They're learning what works, what didn't for them. But the program itself had a framework that students adapted into the program and learned so much. 2021, 22, 22, all right, thank you. Again, you know, the innovation show, we brought the innovation show to Silicon Valley this year. It was also a lot to build towards that, but it's so cool to take students on stage. It's crazy because, you know, it's a lot to be responsible of 10 young minds who are curious about everything. But really, you know, provide an opportunity for them to learn what they need to learn in Silicon Valley. Touring, we went to Visa, we went to Flexport, we went to Wells Fargo headquarters. It was so amazing to see. Again, you can see we just wanted to grow students with more opportunities and also have them enroll as mentors for next year. All right, so taking a look at 2022, what 2022 looked like for us, we expanded. We expanded into more schools. Now we are a statewide recognized program for entrepreneurship, which is an amazing accomplishment. We also launched our, this year, our YEP market, where students are now having opportunities to vend and sell their products and sell their services. We also then launched our internship program this year, where students are getting paid to teach the program, to build the program. And it's been an amazing experience to watch what this brilliant minds can bring to the table. Take a look in the future where we are planning on going. We also launched actually our live events podcast, where we are bringing entrepreneurs onto our platform to talk about entrepreneurship, talk about their journey in the business world, which is hosted by our lovely Jasmine Sanders. And also having more speaking engagements. We will be also taking a retreat this year, or next year, 2023, where we keep building their skills and we keep building each other in a team building way. We are working on launching our YEP online course. One thing that we all know, the virtual world is not going anywhere, right? There's a lot that's happening, and one thing that we have found trending right now are courses. So we are building a YEP online course where we are going to have students actually teaching the program, and this is our global expansion strategy. And we will launch a marketplace for them also online, where they already have their websites, but we also want to have a place for them that we can market the platform, we can bring traffic, we can bring investors, we can bring a lot on that marketplace. So many opportunities that are coming out of that one, which also this year, going into next year, some things that we are hoping to do is take them to business conferences. So they are really being impacted by world changes out there, and do more business tours. So if you have a business, if you have a company, and you would love to sponsor us or bring our students to your company to learn from you, we would love that. So we're definitely taking inquiries on businesses that are in our community, so we can come and tour your business and learn from you and what you're doing for our community. And more innovation tours. We've done Silicon Valley and San Francisco. We are hoping to do maybe New York. We still have to talk to the executive directors, but that is our vision, is to really continue taking more innovation tours. So how the program is structured, we have a bunch of elements that goes into the program. As you can see, we have our core development, we have our marketing branch, we have our production, connections. All of this is what creates the Young Entrepreneurs Program. Students are a huge part of this experience and being enriched. So going into the branches a little bit, these branches came from one of our students, first year core students, Tare. He and the team have been working on building these branches together. We have 4 core branches, which is our core dev. That is really the heart of the program, where we are building the program, we're building the curriculum, we are, bringing new ideas onto the platform, what students are going to learn for next year. This is really the heart and the heart of the program. Then that branches into our Yep Connect, which is led by Jasmine, which is the platform was fresh and set it off, where students actually talk to other entrepreneurs and network. Jasmine interviews other entrepreneurs on that platform. We got our marketing and branding, which is led by Elena Strong. I mean, it speaks for itself, it's marketing, right? The program has to get out there. We have to catch content, we have to do our reels, we have to do our posts, Instagram, TikTok, all of those platforms. They know all of more, at least they know a lot more than I do. So it only makes sense that she runs the branch, and she runs it quite well. Then we have our media and productions branch. That is learning how to put on an event like this. Not only just this event or other events, but also learning how to capture the story in the event and learning what's needed. Episodes, who's coming on, what are we talking about, is that branch. So it's cool to see these branches work together. As you can see, this is almost like a department on its own, different departments. So they're learning business in multiple ways. And all the skills is something they are also implementing in their own businesses as well. Yep is a growing program, and we're building it as a business itself, so they're learning all the essential elements of business within the program itself. All right, so we're gonna jump into our curriculum a little bit, so you can see what I'm talking about when I say they're learning all the essential components in business. Next slide, please. All right, so at the beginning of the year, what we like to do is we like to do a lot of team building. So it's intro to YEP. Intro to YEP, what is YEP all about? We introduce students to each other, we do a lot of team building, and we just have a good time, get to know each other, because they are going to be together for a whole entire year. The program is a year-long program, so we want to make sure that they are building, they know each other, they're building those relationships amongst each other. Then we jump into the business mindset. The business mindset is really, again, who are you as an entrepreneur? Who are you as a leader? How can we build your skills? How can we identify your passions, your interests, and start doing some goal setting? We then jump into the innovation, where now they are bringing those ideas to life. Draw it out, let's put it on paper. We're working on our elevator pitch, which you're gonna hear some elevator pitch this evening. And we're working on the business plan, what does that look like? And then we jump into what is your market looking like for you. Let's do some SWOT analysis, research on what products and services that the community needs based on your interests. What does the pricing look like? Are you charging too low, too high? And then we use platforms such as Shopify to actually market your products as well. And then we move into the branding, which is one of my favorites because now you are putting all your ideas into something that speaks, that's tangible. The colors, the logos, and just a bunch of stuff that goes into branding. And then now we do marketing. Okay, what does it look like going into your market? How are you going to market? How are you going to come out? How are you going to have, what's your hook? How do you hook people in? How do you tell your story? How do you then offer your product in a way that is not too salesy, but still shares the value of your program, of your business, and the tools that you're bringing and the resources that you're bringing to the community? What does that look like? How are people receiving that? And then we launch. We are launching today. This is the grand launch opening for the Young Entrepreneurs Program. So it's a beautiful day because we are on module number 7 currently. Is now students are networking with you guys, they're networking in the community, they're doing the elevator pitch, they're presenting the business decks, all of that. And then we do the last one, which is the advanced entrepreneur topics, where now they're learning how to be an educator themselves. So they can also teach the same concepts to students next year. Eligibility and commitments. Woo. When we have this conversation at the very, very first interview, I don't think students really realize what they're signing up to. Because, it's a long program, it's a whole long year. As you can see, they're learning a whole ton of stuff up there. But we're really open to middle school and high school students, those who have a business interest or have a business idea. GPA 2.5, we are very serious about our education. You cannot get into college with less than a 2.5, so we want to make sure that is important to us as well. So we focus on that. Do they have good communication skills? If you don't, it's okay, we can work on that, because that is what we're all about, is bringing that leadership out of the students and talking. They also have to be somewhat responsible. Who has a kid that's responsible here? Oh, Ethan, of course Ethan is responsible. That's my guy right there. But also dependable, also very dependable, because this is a year-long program. We want to make sure that students understand that. It is an after-school program. So that is, we are meeting them after everything, after sports, after other extracurricular stuff that they're in, because we meet in the evening, typically 6 to 7, 7:30, which is late, which I'll take the time to say, thank you parents for allowing us to be with your students in those late hours. It's late for students to be working on business, but it's never late for entrepreneurs to be working on business, because some of us are up at 2 o'clock in the morning working on that business plan. I'm sure our young entrepreneurs have been also working on the weekends. It's a whole commitment that's involved in this. After the 10-month program, and then they finally complete and they graduate and we celebrate. All right, and we're meeting weeklies, so it's twice a week that we meet, Mondays and Wednesdays, and sometimes, depending on the year, which we talk with our team, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's usually 2 days a week. Other opportunities that we're offering in the program, go ahead, next slide, is they really get to understand what it is like to be in the community. I already talked about Set It Off, which is a networking event, bringing all sorts of influential people to a venue or a room to just network and talk. laugh and giggle, talk about what's life out there in the business world, but they get to really learn from you guys as well. Then we got our What's Fresh that went into Fresh Cuts, where now we are interviewing entrepreneurs. What was it like for you in 2020 when COVID hit? Were you about to close down or what? You know, you're still open, great, let's talk about that. So this is a conversation that they're having, and this is, you know, on our platform, so students are learning from you guys, they're learning from everything. Then our Elevate the Community event, where we're just elevating the community and hooking up with other entrepreneurs in the market. All right, next slide, please. These are some of the brands that we've brought to our platform, and we've had these entrepreneurs talk to students and empower them. So it's been a cool experience to see what other entrepreneurs are doing that in the world. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to be on that trip, and we got close with so many stories. But yeah, it was really, really cool to see them indeed, you know, in an element that is, you know, new, and getting to experience and talking to those business owners, etc.